blame either. While California officials grapple over responding to the crisis and figuring out what went wrong, right-wing extremists, including Donald Trump and Elon Musk, have been quick to point the finger at truly the dumbest possible culprits. On Fox, host Jesse Watters took a cue from a tweet by far-right favorite libs of TikTok. I already made a whole episode about her, so we won't get into it here, but suffice it to say, one random person on Twitter has managed to amass so much sway that she's informing the creation of news stories over on Fox. Watters, like libs of TikTok, showed a picture of 3 women in order to make a larger point.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the leadership of the LA Fire Department. I sure hope they know what they're doing.
What, of course, Watters and libs of TikTok are getting at is that the devastation happening in LA right now can be blamed on the fact that things are being run by women. Women who absolutely could not possibly know how to run things and who were absolutely just DEI hires who stole the positions from capable men who would have had this under control. According to reporting from Salon, that picture is 8 years old and buried in the LAFD's Flickr account among 57,000 other images. According to Salon, a quick view of the organizational chart shows the chief of staff, the head of emergency operations, the head of administrative operations, the heads of the regional bureaus, the head of the prevention bureau, and the head of IT are all men. Out of the 12 leaders on the page, only 3 are women, meaning a full 75% of the leadership team is male. Watters and libs of TikTok are too cowardly to say the quiet part out loud, but the implication is that women are to blame for this tragedy. A wild thing to believe in the year of our Lord, 2025, but something clearly believed by many people who refuse to vote for Kamala for that same reason, and a huge number of people in the comment sections of Fox and libs of TikTok posts. And I guess I should stop being shocked at this, and yet I remain bamboozled, gooped, gagged, and baffled, my friends. And not to give credence to the accusation that women can't do the job, and even though the far right never feels compelled to offer actual evidence for their claims, let me just point out that one of the women in that photo is LA Fire Chief Kristen Crowley, whose LAFD bio reads, "As a 22-year veteran of the LAFD, Chief Crowley has proven her credibility and character by promoting through the ranks. She served as a firefighter, paramedic, engineer, fire inspector, Captain 1, Captain 2, battalion chief, assistant chief, deputy chief, chief deputy, and fire chief. That is the literal definition of working your way to the top, which is usually a Republican wet dream. Unless you're a lady and a lesbian, then ew. Clearly you didn't earn it. Also, hating on firefighters is actually the dumbest, most cowardly, least patriotic thing I can think of. Full stop. Other disinformation has swirled, including blaming the entire devastation not on climate change, but on dry fire hydrants, with talk show host Megyn Kelly blaming the fire chief for prioritizing DEI hiring over keeping fire hydrants full, which is so dumb. I'm certain even Megyn Kelly herself knows she's full of shit, but she also knows her average viewer will buy the bullshit she's slinging. It's not even LAFD's job to keep the fire hydrants full. While there have been calls for investigations into why the fire hydrants ran dry, reporting by NPR indicated that the hydrants are really meant to be a resource for firefighters fighting a single house fire. They are not meant to put out massive forest fires. There are other resources meant for that work. Resources which, according to Kristen Crowley, the DEI fire chief hire, are woefully missing for the LAFD, which recently underwent budget cuts of over $17 million. Just last month, Chief Crowley warned that the reduced budget could mean less disaster preparedness. At the same time, the LAPD, police department, saw a budget increase of $126 million, according to local reporting from KGW8, despite being generally pretty useless. But also, according to many experts, there is no city on the planet that could have been adequately prepared for what LA is dealing with right now.